Guys, welcome to another video. And as usual, before I get started, go ahead and smash that like and subscribe if you're new to this content. To my current subscribers, I appreciate you guys more. So hey, let's just get right to it. So at the time of making this video, the Safemoon price is 179. Bitcoin is at 29,000. And this is actually going to be a weekend review as pertains to crypto in general. Let's just talk about Safemoon before we actually go ahead and get started. We do know of the updates that Safemoon went ahead and released in reference to the blockchain, and I'm actually going to go a little deeper into the blockchain situation because I always wonder why Safemoon went ahead and choose the proof of authority. So I went ahead and looked around at different blockchains and the different type of blockchains they have, and the question is why? But we're going to get into that in a minute. So it's been a very interesting week in reference to crypto. We do know as it stands, the spot ETF has not been approved yet in reference to the SEC, in reference to the asset management companies. We do know if there's been a run-up with Pepe a few weeks back. But the question is, what's going to be the next token to go ahead and do a run-up? And another question is, what causes the FOMO to happen? You know, I keep trying to figure out what separates a token versus another token that creates a FOMO. Is it marketing? What is it? Pepe is just a regular token that's actually on Ethereum blockchain, but what did that token do different compared to other tokens to go ahead and spread the word very rapidly? And I think it comes down to, you know, community interest, the name of the token. If somebody's really familiar with a token from childhood, or a name that actually resonates with a lot of people, I think it catches on. And I think that's the reason why Safemoon catches on, because Safemoon, safely to the moon. And I think that's the reason why Safemoon is actually going to go ahead and crest the ceiling again when the time does come. The name Bitcoin. So the name that a crypto token uses is really catchy. I do like the name Blockbuster token because it actually reminds me of Blockbuster, Wayne Huizinga, the billionaire who passed away recently, that actually owns billions of dollars, launched many different companies, and they're always successful. So I think it comes down to the name that you use. Now, Dogecoin, a dog, that did not really resonate with me, but being one of the first tokens that came out, you know, I was a little on the fence, but I still got into Doge, and it's actually turned out to be very well. Now, so I think when actually creating a token, the name is really important. It has to be a name that's catchy, that a lot of people have more of a sight word that you see from a day to day. So another example, look at Twitter. Twitter just changed over from Twitter to the symbol. It's getting very difficult for me to go ahead and find the Twitter logo or the new X on my phone because I'm so familiarized with that logo. So branding is really important. And I think as people see more and more of that name, it tends to be burned into our memory that we tend to keep looking for the Twitter little icon versus the X. And I think that's how it is when picking a crypto token name. You have to get something that people will be familiarized with. From familiarity, it becomes very catchy. I read about Pepe the frog way back, and that's the reason why it was really catchy. Safemoon, I've heard about Safemoon in different contexts, getting to the moon safely and this and that. I think that's why that name is very catchy. But so in the weekend review, going back to spot ETF, possibly most likely will be another week or two or maybe a month before it gets approved, and this is the reason why Bitcoin is probably stalling. Another thing is that we don't see any other token that's actually mooning, that's community driven, that's very rampant like Pepe, or other tokens like, say for example, like SHIB. We don't see those things happening right now. The question is why? Is it because we're not in the altcoin season? I really don't think so, because seeing what happened with Pepe and other tokens that actually went ahead and hit the ceiling or went beyond the ceiling, we are not in altcoin season yet. My thing is that it comes with timing. I do know that in August, there's always a chance that all coins can actually go ahead and mushroom, because it's the summer, the mid of the summer months. A lot of people, you know, they have monies. A lot of people get a lot of jobs during the summer. A lot of college students have extra cash because they're working during the summer. People have time to pay attention to crypto because they have that extra funds. So I do feel as if August is going to be a prelude to the altcoin season. I may be wrong, but I think this could potentially be happening. Now, so going back to the blockchain, and we're going to talk about BBTF in a minute as well too. Why did Safemoon went ahead and choose the proof of stake versus, proof of authority versus proof of state or proof of work? And I guess it comes down to having the control of making sure that the validators or the token creators, they are trustworthy, knowing who they are, they can regulate them even more, making sure that they put up their very own money. It's a little more of a better control of the situation. Now, and another question is, Safemoon having their very own blockchain, they will have a little more control on basically knowing how and when to stop nefarious acts of happening in the crypto space in general. We do understand that hacks do happen, but they can stop it in its tracks right there and then. Not saying that other tokens can't do that or different validators can't do that. So centralized exchanges, as it is right now, if there is a nefarious act that happens on a centralized exchange, they can go ahead and stop that transaction and blacklist it. Now, the question comes up, why aren't all centralized exchange? Why don't they all have their own blockchain? Bitmart is running on the ERC20. Binance has its very own coin. KuCoin actually is running, it doesn't really have their very own blockchain. I think they run on an Ethereum platform as well. So the question is, why don't they have their very own coin? I guess that is debatable. But I think the whole goal of having your coin is that it becomes a form of a payment where you can use. So with a token, it can be used in many different arenas because you're now adding applications as it pertains to the token. But having a coin, it makes it more of a currency that you can go ahead and leverage towards buying products as time go on. For example, we do see how it is with Dogecoin. Elon Musk could eventually at some point go ahead and use it as a payment because it has all the necessary criteria to meet the objective, like Bitcoin. So I like the fact that Safemoon is actually going ahead and plowing through and going through all the process of turning Safemoon into a coin. What the coin is going to be called, don't know. Is it going to be the SFM coin? Don't know. That is a name that, who knows, maybe we can all come up and think of a name. But I do believe that as Safemoon do approach the time and when they do in fact go to list Safemoon as a coin, that's actually going to be a really, really big deal because it's actually going to give them that control to be able to now use that token, now new coin, as a currency where it can now, we don't have to go ahead and swap. It can actually just go ahead and how we do it with BNB, we can just use it to just go ahead and buy right away. And I think that's the way in which it should be. And I'm sure that that time is coming when the time comes. Now, are we going to be listed on multiple exchange? I'm most likely confident that will happen. How quickly will it happen? I really don't know. I do know that with this Safemoon coin, a lot of different token creators will be building on our platform, whatever that platform is going to be called, the blockchain is going to be called, because as it stands right now, Safemoon is on the Binance Smart Chain, and we don't have our own native platform. So anything that impacts Binance impacts Safemoon and every other token that's on that platform. Do we want to be in that for too long? No, because even though we know Binance is the largest of them all, Binance has its own share of problems. I'd rather us have our very own problems so we can go ahead and mitigate different issues and go ahead and build from there. I do like the fact that a lot of the partners are sticking with Safemoon. I think this is actually a really, really good thing because as it stands right now, if you move together, one team, one goal, if you stay with Safemoon, as Safemoon go ahead and moons, most likely those tokens will move as well. So let's move on to BBTF now. So again, I am even more involved with the bot. I did see the $179 subscription. I'm going to go ahead and take care of that as well. Again, I am still learning with this process. I'm going to hold off on doing a video. I want to go ahead and give the team a chance to go ahead and do their very own because I want it from the OEM standpoint to go ahead and understand it properly so I can go ahead and ask questions. I do like the fact that they will have a support team to go ahead and answer questions. If we have a question to say, hey, how do you do this and how do you do that? I may go ahead and pose a few questions in reference to using the bot because I want to introduce my friends to it as well because I do know of a few things that are coming to pre-sale. I hope you guys enjoyed these videos because this is just a wrap up. Like, share, subscribe, guys. I'm trying to build this channel. I'm at 465 subscribers. I'm trying to ramp this thing up exponentially to go ahead and spread the word of Safemoon because a lot of people need to be educated as it pertains to Safemoon and what Safemoon is doing. A lot of the misinformation that's out there, we need to go ahead and spread some positivity with that. Again, I do have a store in the comment section that you guys can go ahead and support this channel as well. From time to time, I may do videos from in the Bahamas, and as time go on, I will start interviewing billionaires in reference to talking about crypto down in the Bahamas. I do know a few of them and a few millionaires. and tell them about Safemoon as well to get their take on what is their insight as it pertains to cryptocurrency in general. So to let you guys know, my network is pretty vast, not just tech guys. I am affiliated with a lot of people that are well known in the Bahamas that are financially secured, and a lot of those persons are heavily invested into Bitcoin. And in the Bahamas, they are launching their very own token or coin as well. But I will most likely do have connections with the government there in the Bahamas as well, because again, my family is really, really situated with the government in the Bahamas. And so like, share, subscribe. At some point, who knows, I may get lucky and also interview the Prime Minister. So even though I'm an average guy, I do have a lot of connections in the Bahamas. So stay tuned for those things to come as time go on. Again, spread the word to as much people as possible. But Safemoon having the proof of authority is more of, one, being a validator that can control the different crypto token creators as they go ahead and enter their platform, to go ahead and hold them accountable for things that they're doing to make sure that they're trustworthy and credible for who they say they are. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until I see you guys again, you guys have a wonderful day, and peace.